What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Nick with Leverage Media, and today I want to talk to you about the number one thing you can do to dominate 2020. So I'm here in front of Madison Square Garden, home of the New York Knicks, and I saw something in the paper the other day that the New York Knicks are the number one highest valued basketball franchise in the NBA. I think it was like $4.6 billion that they were valued at. The Lakers were second at like 4.4, Golden State after that. I think the Bulls were after that. So all these teams that have had like legacies of success, Lakers, Golden State, Chicago Bulls, last year's champion Toronto Raptors. The Raptors were like $2 billion versus 4.6. The Knicks are a laughing stock in the NBA. They've been terrible for probably 20 years now. Haven't won a championship, I think, since the 70s. And but they're still the number one valued team in the NBA. Why is that? It's because they're here in New York City. They're here in the center of Manhattan. There's all kinds of people that are always looking for things to do in New York, and so all the New York teams have rabid fan bases, and that's why they're valued so much. They have so much attention. They own Madison Square Garden. They've got I think they own the television network that they're on, so they have lots of attention. So what does that have to do with your office? So the number one thing that you can do in 2020 is to bring more awareness to your practice, to the things that you're wanting to do, the things you're wanting to sell, who you're trying to help. Now, you can do that through a lot of different ways. You can do it through, just direct response marketing. You can do it through PR. But the way that I really think that the best strategy to use to get that attention and get that awareness is through content marketing. It's through videos like this, but they're aimed at your target market instead of me talking to chiropractors about marketing. That is what's going to allow you. The New York Knicks are not the best basketball team in the NBA by like this year or in the history of the NBA. The reason why they're the number one most valued is because of the attention. There may be people in your town that are more established, maybe even better than you are. But if they're sitting hiding in their practice and they're not using the modern forms of communication, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, if they're not using those things, they're going to start to get left behind, and that gives you a great opportunity to be able to take advantage of that, because most patients for chiropractors don't really know the difference between one chiropractor or another. Similar to like what I do with Leverage Media, with our marketing agency, most chiropractors don't really know the difference between what I do and what somebody who just runs a Facebook ad does. There's a huge difference, but unless they're educated on that, unless I make it a point to educate them on that, they're not going to know, and it's not really their responsibility to find that out on their own. It's my responsibility to make sure that they know. So your patients are the same way. You've got to make sure that they're educated on what is it that makes you different. How is it that you can help? What types of conditions can you help? Who's your ideal patient? All those things are pieces of content that not only should you be creating, but you need to be spending money to push that out so that people actually see it. If all you do is create the content and post it on your page, nobody's going to see it. You've got to make sure that you're spending money and doing it in a strategic way to bring awareness to whatever it is that you're trying to promote. So, going back to what I was saying about there's maybe people in your town that may be more established, may be better known, but if they're not taking advantage of these opportunities, there's people moving into the area all the time. There's lots of people that don't know that they exist or don't have a friend that goes to see them that's trying to get them in. So that's your real opportunity. And people tend to think that things that they see a lot, that they hear from a lot, are more important than ones that they don't. So that's your opportunity for 2020. Make sure that people are aware, and the more value that you can bring as you're bringing that awareness, the more you're going to win. So be sure you're making that content, add value to your community, find your ideal patient, and your practice will grow, I promise you. If you need any help with that, let me know. We're at leveragemedia.com, or you can find me here on social, and we'll see you on the next one.